but get real with yourself. Don't choose the thing that you think you should be doing because that's what everyone on Instagram is doing for their hashtag self-care. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. Hello, everybody, and hello, Tony. Tony, how are you, and where are you today?
Yes, hello. The tables have turned. I can be asked where I am. I've got another short little vacation that we're going on, and I'm actually right now in San Luis Obispo. We are at Firestones, which is a famous barbecue place that everyone goes to. So we've just had lunch, and we're heading up to Big Sur just for a quick camping trip.
Cool. That sounds amazing. I love San Luis Obispo. It's a lovely little area, and Big Sur is gorgeous. So I hope you have lots of fun.
Yeah, we're just relaxing. It's actually time just to unplug, chill out, relax. Yep. And a part of that is actually to do with what we've been talking about both last week and this week, and that's just this whole idea of purpose, right? And sometimes you need to just unplug, chill out, relax. Go somewhere where you're not going to get interrupted. I know Big Sur doesn't have any internet or any cell phone service where we're camped. So for the next 2 days, I'm off the grid, which is going to be just awesome. I'm going to love it. And I'm just going to put my phone in the car and not even bother with it.
That sounds great. And I love that we're talking about this because so often when we talk about success, achievement, reaching your goals, purpose, it can sound like you're supposed to be busy every moment of every day from the moment you wake, reaching your goals, doing anything you can to fill your time with things that are going to get you further to your goals. And that can sound very overwhelming and exhausting. And that is not at all what we mean. So I hope last week didn't come across that way. And so much of life and reaching our goals and having purpose is also recognizing like we need self-care. We need rest. We need to unplug from the internet. We need to spend time with our families or our friends. We need to have some solo time with ourselves and social time. It's not all about work. It's not all about reaching goals. And in taking rest and taking vacation and having those mentally, emotionally healthy moments, that actually is a key part of having purpose and reaching our goals.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, purpose is important, right? When you think about purpose in life, it just makes life much more interesting when you know why you're here. What I'm currently on, right? I'm joining this call on my cell phone, and these cell phones distract us much of the time for what our purpose is all about and why we're here. Because we're always busy. We always feel like we've got to be on and going and moving and we've lost, I think, as a global race, we've just lost some of that, and we need to kind of just slow down, relax, unplug a little bit, and really start asking those questions. I know that I said to ask why 5 times last week, and I've been doing a little bit more of that this week. But also just say, phones takes us away from our purpose, but it also gives us a lot of information. And this information can be a little bit of information overload. And we can be running in 100 different directions, not knowing what our real purpose is because of all the information. And so I want to kind of expand on that questioning of why. Not only should we ask why, we should be looking for really good questions. The idea of finding questions to ask as opposed to looking for answers, I think will be the new currency moving forward, right, for this world. If we can find really good questions and look at things differently, then suddenly the purpose shifts a little bit. Because now we're not just taking and consuming, we're trying to contribute. I think we consume, right? We're always consuming. And I think questions and purpose turns us into contributors. And once we start contributing to the world around us, the world will be a better place. And so purpose isn't just about doing. Purpose is about, why am I here? What am I doing that for? Is there a better way of doing that? Is there a different way of doing that? Right? When you think of all of the great inventions that are around, it's because people ask why or how or what. I think that's another importance of kind of understanding your purpose. It allows you to ask better questions.
I love that. I have been talking to a friend recently who's also really good at asking questions, and I love asking questions. So it's been really fun to have this person that we're just like asking really good questions. And so it's got me thinking about what it looks like to just ask different people questions, whether it's someone you know or a stranger. And we talked about this a little bit last time, but it's like getting deeper. Like, you know, lots of times you'll ask someone a question and maybe, you know, if maybe they give like a surface level response, it's like, okay, but like, tell me more, which is really what we were getting at last week. So I really encourage all of us to keep asking questions of yourself, of the world, of culture, of your friends, of your family. Don't take everything at face value, and dig deeper. So I think as an overall maybe like theme for today, our challenge is for you to find ways, ask yourself a question, ask yourself a deeper question of how can I find time this week? How can I relax? How can I slow down a little bit? So and it's self-care basically. And so my challenge for all of you and myself included is what one thing can you do today and or this week or maybe every day this week that's going to give you that self-care that you need? Maybe it's a bath, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's lighting a candle, maybe it's talking to a friend, maybe it's having alone time, maybe it's cuddling with a dog or reading a book. I don't know. Those are just things that come off the top of my head, but it could be anything for any of you. But get real with yourself. Don't choose the thing that you think you should be doing because that's what everyone on Instagram is doing for their hashtag self-care. Dig deeper into yourself. What do you need? It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. What do you need that's going to help you feel calm and centered and grounded and rested and relaxed? And if you don't feel all of those things right away, maybe that just means you need more of that and less busyness. So it's a good way to check in with yourself after. Ask yourself another deep question of, oh, did that help? How do I feel? How did it affect how I interact with other people in the world around me? Ask those deep questions.
Yes. And next week, I'm going to turn that on its head a little bit and teach us how to ask a better question of ourselves.
Ooh, okay. I'm looking forward to that. Well, thank you, Tony, for carving out some time for us this morning. I hope that you have an amazing camping trip in Big Sur with 0 cell service. Enjoy the views and time with your family, and we'll see everyone here next week.
Excellent. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining Tony and me in this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. We hope you feel encouraged and motivated to keep growing with us. If you like what we do here at PureGame, one of the best ways you can support us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends on social media. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel using the button directly below this video on YouTube, and you can donate at our website, www.thepurgame.org. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week.